Hello teacher, today we will explain to you our second stage of our project, which is Audiocare. It is a hearing aid, an adaptable hearing aid for presbycusis. First, we will introduce our team. My name is Sequera. I am the general manager of this project.
My name is Sequera and I am the technology director of this project.
My name is Juliana Molina and I am Operation and Normative Regulation Director.
My name is Dana Hernandez. I am the Manager and Sales Director.
My name is Sara Rincon, Finances Director.
Yes, and we'll talk first about the content of this presentation. First, we have the project design and the parts of it. The second, we have the technological aspects, then the analysis of current competition in the market. Then we will have the business model canvas, and finally the production plan. So we will start with the prototype.
Okay, we first have this prototype that is the behind the ear hearing aid. We choose this option because it is quite comfortable and easy to wear. We have also a rechargeable battery option system and the Bluetooth connection that can use for many things that we can talk in the next stage. Okay. An app with initial settings and the environment adjustment and follow up to the users to have them in the best way.
Yes, and then we'll have the parts of the prototype for your understanding, for a deeper understanding of how it works. Here we have the sketch, the basic sketch we did of the hearing aid. We also have, besides this product, the interface, the app that the user will have to download in his mobile device. So it's the two of them together, our product. It is formed with that. The first is the microphone. It acts as a transducer. It takes the mechanical wave of the sound and converts it to electrical signal. It is here in green. The amplifier, in the amplifier, based on the environment and the audiometry results in the app device, mobile app, it will change the amplitude and the frequencies of the signal register for a better hearing of the user. Then we have the receiver or the earpiece. It will reproduce the sounds once it has passed through all the processing process. Then the battery, as my partner said before, it is rechargeable and is around this part. It will contain storage, all the power, electric power that we'll need for the function of all the device. Then we have the filters and controls. It works also with the amplifier to improve the sound, the signal according to the settings in the app. Then we have the digital board and module. It will allow us to connect the two devices, the hearing aid and the mobile device. And the casing that will contain all these components. It will protect it from impacts and moisture, and also it will be made from biocompatible polyethylene. Next, please. The prototype. So this is a diagram of the operation, how it works. So quickly, we have the microphone. It receives the signal, converts it to analog electric signal, a low-pass filter to discard any noise that could have been produced here in the transduction progress. As our process is mainly digital. We have to convert the signal to digital by an analog to digital converter. Then here in the digital board we have an amplification and filtration phase. As I mentioned before, it will be controlled, directed from the app according to the auditory needs of the user and the environment where the user is. After all this process, we'll need to convert it again to analogic signal through a converter, a low-pass filter to discard again any noise or interference that could have been caused by any of this process. And lastly, it will be transformed into sound again and reproduced in the earpiece inside the ear channel of the user.
Okay, we continue with the technological aspects. First, we have the multimodal. It allows through the hearing aid to connect with a smartphone, and it makes more easier receive calls or listen music, but also provides access to the app that we have to personalize the hearing aid. That is the other feature. The personalization according to the user audiometry is our device could be calibrated with each user audiometry. This is for ensure that the more affected frequencies can be proper processing. Other features that we have, like in this side, we have rechargeable lithium battery that make more comfortable and sustainable than the other batteries, and this offers autonomy for a whole day and is easier to charge, just like a smartphone. For the last, we have the other thing that we have in the app is the adjustment to the environment. Is a menu of options to the user can choose, and the hearing aid can recognize these different environments and adjust the filters to highlight the voices and filter the noise. These environments could be cinema, cafeteria, clubroom, or a restaurant.
Okay, analysis of current computation in the market. In Colombia, imports predominate cost and low accessibility for low-income seniors. International computation. Point index, target, Oticon, Siemens, Signal, reason. Advances. Technological advance, economies and global distribution, establish of self-service. The Latin American market reaches $454.1 million in 23, with project annual growth of 7% through 2030. Origin of hearing and imports. It shows that the majority come from Asia, Europe, and North America, contribute the most non-existent local production, opportunities and differentiation. Audiocare. More accessible, digital adapted, real-time adaptation with digital filters, intuitive app for older adults, ergonomic and aesthetic design up or down price.
Now I will present to you the business model Canva of Audiocare, which is a project that supports the older adults in Bogota, so, making innovative, adaptable, and affordable hearing aid. For the start, we're going to see the customer segments. Our main customers are the older adults with presbycusis in Bogota, and their family members and caregivers. That because they influence a lot in the purchase decision. In the governmental level, we think about the health insurance campaigns and the hospitals and audiology clinics, and also the government institution of Bogota, the health secretary, and the INSUR. Also, we have something important to say is the value proposition. Audiocare is hearing aid, and it's innovative because we have a real-time adaptable hearing that makes the noise it makes adaptive the noise of the environment on real time. We also have digital filters, customization tailored to the user's hearing, and we also have a discrete design that is very discrete and static, and we have an intuitive mobile app that is easy to use and a competitive cost benefit because it's more available than import devices. We also have after-sales services, including the adjustments, the maintenance, and the training. We also have the customer's relationship that makes us very important that we have an initial training, also the remote technical support, and the free post-sale adjustments. The app that we have makes us a user community that makes the customers more closer to us, and we can personalize follow-up through this app. We also have the key activities and the key resources. For the key activities, we are going to make a prototype development and also the development of the app. We need to do clinical testing and validation, also the production and the assembly, and the marketing and all the regulatory part that makes the management and the certification, and all the after-sales service. For the key resources, we need an interdisciplinary team that have the engineers, all of the person that it comes for the audiology, also the software, and the prototype and the testing laboratory. We need, as key resource, our mobile app, the suppliers of these parts, technological and electronic components, and we need certifications of the INVIMA and also the ISO. We think about our key partners can be our clinicals and the hospitals in Bogota. We also think about the universities because the research team can help us to find a lot of customers that can have presbycusis. And we also think about the government and the regulatory institutions for our partners. It can be important for us to have the partners at the local manufacturing and the packaging workshops, this for the cost, and also the tech companies for app and develop connectivity. And for us, it's very important to have many channels, and we think that our most important channels can be audiology clinics and hospitals. That because they are our partners. Also the medical stores, we can sell our product in our mobile in our mobile app and also in our website. And we think that it can be really important for our customer segments and also our channels, the home delivery. For the cost structure, we think that the most important are the research and development, the production and assembly, the importation of components, the certification and the clinical validation, marketing and distribution, app maintenance and technical support, and also the administrative and personal cost for make our device. And finally, we have the revenue streams. Our revenue streams, it comes the main part for the sale of our hearing aid, but we can also sell the accessories and the spare parts. This in our mobile app. Talking about our mobile app, it will be important to have a subscription plan for many updates. Everyone can have the app for the follow-up, and it can be personalized. But we can have a subscription for the cost structure, and that's also the revenue streams. And if we can have the partners as our partners to the government, we can have revenue the institutional contracts with the EPS and hospitals, and also the government co-financing.
And now we continue with production plan. And let's start with prototype development and testing. Our prototype follows the behind their designs, and that allows an ergonomic and a functional to the patients with hearing loss. Our innovation in this project is the digital signal processing. This technology allows the device both adapt to the environment and the patient's audiometry. And in this stage, we perform some tests like software functionality, mechanical resistance, and quality. Next, we continue with manufacturing cost and initial budget. In this pilot stage, with a small size of units, and the main expense, we focus on materials, tools, software testings, and administrations. We continue with production process. It is divided in 6 items or 6 aspects. The first is the materials. Next, the fabrication of the casting. Third, the assembly of electronic components. Fourth, program and calibrate the device. Fifth, text and do a quality control of the device too. And finally, the packing the hearing aid. We continue with material supply. For the hosting, we use polymers which are lightweight and resistant. And we include components like MAMS microphone, DSP processors, a rechargeable battery, and Wi-Fi modem. These components source from local and international suppliers have a quality and ability from this company. Next, we continue with tools and workspace. We will use a polymer injection machine and a mold from fabricate the housing. And we also need soldering station, multimeters, a calibration software, scopes, and of course control workspace with a safety mesh. Next, we continue with initial production capacity. We can only produce 10 units in about 20 hours, but later we can scale up to 20 units additional, and our team are confirmed for people in one charge of a fabricated hosting, two for assembly, and one more for software and logistics. And finally, we have packaging and distribution. And each Air 8 will be packing individual with a manual, a user manual and a technical manual, and we will be using protective materials to prevent the damage in during the transportation. Sorry. And it will be distributed with clinics, health centers, or directly with the patient. And that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.